In this podcast episode, the host welcomes Erica Komisar, a psychoanalyst, social worker, and author, to discuss the critical importance of early childhood attachment and its long-term effects on mental health. Komisar emphasizes that the first 3 years of a child's life are pivotal for emotional and psychological development, and she shares insights from her extensive research and clinical experience. Komisar begins by highlighting the alarming rise in mental health issues among children, noting that diagnoses such as ADHD and behavioral problems are being made at increasingly younger ages. She attributes this trend to the absence of primary attachment figures, typically mothers, in children's lives during their formative years. The lack of a nurturing presence can lead to significant emotional and psychological consequences, including attachment disorders that manifest later in life. She explains that when children cry, especially under the age of 1, they are expressing distress and fear. If caregivers do not respond to these cries, children learn that the world is an unsafe place and that their attachment figures cannot be trusted. This foundational experience shapes their future relationships and emotional well-being. As a therapist, Komisar has observed that many fathers discourage their wives from taking time off work, prioritizing financial obligations over the emotional needs of their children. She argues that this mindset not only harms the relationship between parents, but also negatively impacts the child's mental health. Komisar stresses that parents must recognize the importance of being physically and emotionally present for their children, particularly during the first 3 years. She acknowledges that while some families may not have the luxury of a stay-at-home parent, it is crucial to prioritize the child's emotional needs. Komisar encourages parents to make adjustments to their lifestyles, such as reducing work hours or finding alternative childcare solutions, to ensure that their children receive the nurturing they require. The discussion shifts to the debate surrounding quality versus quantity of time spent with children. Komisar firmly believes that both are essential. She argues that the notion of quality time is misleading, as it implies that children can be treated like objects waiting for attention. Instead, children need consistent, reliable interactions with their primary caregivers to develop a sense of security and trust. Komisar also addresses the common practice of sleep training, particularly the cry it out method, which she strongly opposes for infants under 1 year old. She explains that this approach can lead to emotional dysregulation and attachment issues, as it teaches children that their needs will not be met. Instead, she advocates for responsive parenting, where caregivers soothe and comfort their children during times of distress. Fathers play a crucial role in a child's development, particularly in providing a different type of nurturing that complements the mother's care. Komisar explains that fathers often encourage exploration and risk-taking, which is essential for healthy emotional development. However, she warns that fathers must also be sensitive and present, as their involvement can significantly impact a child's ability to regulate emotions. Komisar shares her observations that boys, in particular, are more neurologically fragile and sensitive to stress. This sensitivity can lead to behavioral issues if not properly addressed. She emphasizes the importance of fathers being advocates for their partners and children, especially during the birth process, to ensure that the mother and child bond immediately after birth. The conversation also delves into the importance of communication between parents and children. Komisar stresses that parents should speak to their children in a way that acknowledges their emotions, using a nurturing tone that fosters connection. This approach helps children learn to express their feelings and develop emotional regulation skills. Komisar highlights the detrimental effects of technology on children's emotional health. She warns that excessive screen time and social media can lead to dissociation and hinder a child's ability to regulate their emotions. Instead, she advocates for parents to be present and engaged with their children, modeling healthy emotional responses and providing a safe space for them to express their feelings. For parents who notice signs of attachment issues in their children, Komisar reassures them that it is never too late to make changes. She emphasizes that the brain is plastic and can adapt, allowing for healing and growth even after the critical early years. Parents are encouraged to seek help and make adjustments to their parenting styles to better support their children's emotional needs. Komisar concludes by reiterating the importance of prioritizing relationships over material success. She believes that the foundation of resilience is built on sensitivity and emotional connection, which allows children to navigate life's challenges more effectively. By fostering a nurturing environment, parents can help their children develop into healthy, resilient individuals.